morning, everybody. Oh my God, I'm waving at the camera again and the camera's not even on.
Force of habit.
Yeah, it is. It's such a force of habit. By the end of the week, I'm like, hello. How are you this morning, sweetheart?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning or good afternoon.
Yeah, and good afternoon to our beloved British friends. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Monday. The weekend just went by like, bam.
It really did, didn't it? Yeah, it was a busy weekend.
It really was. It's going to be even busier this weekend. Did you hear all the stuff Loki's got lined up? I'm like, holy moly, boss.
Oh, yes.
He's going to wear himself out. Good grief. Unbelievable. Did you do anything fun this weekend, or were you just live streaming with everybody?
Live streaming mostly. Got some jobs done that I was kind of putting off, so feel better for doing that. But yeah, I got to join Jesse yesterday on his live stream. It was a lot of fun. And then we got to join Lorena last night.
Yeah, we were with Lorena last night. So Lorena, if you're out there, quick shout out, girl. Congratulations on 1K. That is amazing.
Yes,
so happy for you. We're so proud. Oh my gosh. She's such a wonderful YouTuber, wonderful person. I'm happy to know her. So should we say good morning to those of us who are still hanging out with us this morning?
Yes, I think so. Let's say hi to everyone.
Yeah. I like Dave Bob's. Dave Bob was first this morning. My chat keeps skipping on me. My mouse won't behave. I'm going to show it. So Dave Bob, time to make the donuts. I could cut a guy for some donuts right about now. And I don't know why.
You know what? I'm not a huge fan of donuts. I have to really be in the mood for them.
Yeah. I can eat a donut anytime. Not a problem. My hips don't like it when I do, but there they are anyway. So good morning, Dave Bob. How are you, buddy? Oh, yay, Boss Mang.
Good morning, Dave Bob.
Teleroth A is hanging out with us. Lord Thoth. Naughty Monkey O'Rath. He's still naughty. Good to know. Colin P. Smith. One of our wrenches is here. I thought I saw Darth Haster a while ago. I know he's here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Psycho Dwarf 9 is hanging out with us. Good morning, you. Good to see you. Who else we got, babe?
We've got Mr. Hyde, and he's got his Viking helmet ready to go. Good man.
Nice.
We've got Jester of Sin and Project Storytime. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us. Jedi Bill. Hello, my love. And thank you for letting us know. Apparently, we're on 66.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh, we get to execute Order 66. Is this our 66th video?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Sweet. Thanks, Jedi Bill. We didn't know. Maybe we should keep track.
Machine.
Yes. As per usual, right? Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, thanks, Jedi Bill.
We've got Curie. Hello, sweetheart. Darth Haster. Thank you for being the wrench. Hello. Positive Candle. Good morning, love. Scrolling down. Gemalista Mahefe. Hello, Jeff.
Oh, my God. Mark, he's right across the hall.
Tired. Hello, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
And Naughty, just for you. I'll let you decide which is which. Oh, there we go. Start the counter.
Start the counter, Darth Haster.
We've got Pod Racing Palpatine. Hello, my love. Jessie. Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, Jessie.
DD Myers. Hello. Mary's Game Room. Hello, sweetheart. I think we're caught up. Oh, no. I missed Dave G Sound. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Dave. What's going on? Haven't seen Dave in our chat in a while. It's good to see you. Oh, my gosh.
And Telerofe points out that means next Monday, 69.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, crap. We're going to have to come up with something interesting for the chat next week. But not too weird. Mark of the Infinitely Tired is already like, ugh. Oh my God. Yeah, I think we're at 2 snorts, Darth Haster. Yeah, I had a little one earlier. So, keep your ears peeled. I mean, Keck44, what's going on? Good to see you. Saw you in Lorena's chat last night.
Hey there. Oh my gosh.
The things I miss when I'm not here. Yeah, Mark. That crazy job thing. I mean, right? Holy hell. So should we get started on our continuation of Vikings?
I think so, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Another couple of good episodes. Not quite on par with the last one that we reviewed last week, because that's kind of a high point.
Nothing beats last week's. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blood Eagle. And there was no way we couldn't have Loki on for that show. Because that was freaking incredible. But we go from the Blood Eagle, we cut back to Kettiket. In this episode, we open with it, and Princess Aslog is going into labor. And she's not having a good labor.
No, she's having a difficult time of it this time. And that's her. All she seems to do is go from having one baby to the next.
I know, right? It's like, how many do they have now? They have Uba, Vietzuk, right? And now they'll have Ivar. Spoiler alert. Well, there was some question as she's giving birth to the baby because she was kind of giving up. And yes. I remember Siggy leaning down and talking to her, kind of talking her through it to push the baby out. I think because she was afraid of the prophecy that she had.
Yes.
So she was worried about the baby to begin with. And she's, like I said, she had a really weird pregnancy and nothing seemed to be going right.
Yeah, but you're right. I think she was kind of ready to give up at that point. She was so exhausted. And Siggy just gave her that little final, just go for it. Just push the baby out.
Yeah, just push it out and be done with it. That kind of deal. Where it's like, if it were only that easy. I've given birth to 2 children. It's not always that easy. But the midwife is there. The midwife, of course, catches the baby, so to speak. And they don't say he is alive. They say it is alive.
Yes.
So you watch Aslog's face just sort of, she just sort of melts.
And at the same time this is going on, you've got Ragnar in the background kind of pacing back and forth.
Yeah, like a stereotypical father.
Yeah.
He needs a cigar and a drink.
If only just the drink, I think he could probably skip the cigar at this point.
Right. But with the baby being born, also Ragnar being there to observe the birth, realizes that Aslog's prophecy was indeed true. Because the baby's born deformed.
He is, bless him. Yeah.
And it's his legs that end up deformed. So, oh my God. I could see the look on Ragnar's face. I got to give Travis this much. He played it good. All that emotional turmoil and sadness and even shock was just, wow. All in like 3 seconds of clip time.
Yes. Yeah. There was very little dialogue in this beginning scene. And I think that's why it works so well. It's all in people's facials and expressions. And it just shows they really do have a great cast.
Yeah, they really do. Everybody gels so well together.
And good morning to Mr. CCDV. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. CCDV. How are you? Great to see you in the chat. Awesome. Anywho's, where were we? Oh, we were talking about Ivar.
Ivar, yeah. So Ivar comes into the world. He is deformed, bless him, but he is alive at the moment. So at least, Aslog, she's done what she needs to do, and she's clearly very emotional about it. And Ragnar as well, when he realizes, the state his son is in. And
he's torn up about it because in the Viking tradition, if you have a lame child or the runt child, you're supposed to put them out.
Yes.
To save them the grief and you the grief.
Yes. And for this particular time, obviously, with what's wrong with the baby, there is literally nothing that they could do to help it. He is. I think they even say later on in the episode, this child will never be able to walk.
Yeah, I think Siggy says that to her.
Yeah.
This, and gives her the advice, we need to put this child out. But that doesn't happen, obviously. No, my phone was supposed to be shut off. That's my bad. Sorry. Anyway, but in the middle of the night, we'll skip ahead a little bit and kind of finish up the Ivar arc. Ragnar, in the middle of the night, takes the baby off into the forest. And the way they cut the scene to go to commercial was very interesting. It almost reminded me of Star Trek Discovery when they cut the baby's head off.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but I knew they weren't going to do it on this show.
Yes.
And you even see Ragnar, of course, struggle. He doesn't want to do it, but he knows he has to do it for the betterment of the child, for the betterment of the family, for the betterment of the settlement. Because they don't want he doesn't want the child to be a burden. Any way you try to rationalize it, it sucks that a child has to die.
Yeah.
But
and he's such a cute
spoiler
baby.
alert. He's a cute little baby. It's so pudgy. I want to pinch his cheeks. so damn cute. But so that when they cut to that scene, I was just like, well, there's no way he's going to do it. And then when they come back from commercial, commercial in Air Bunnies, they show Ragnar walking away. And no sooner does he walk away than Aslug appears.
Yes.
And picks the baby up and takes the baby home. She can't follow through on that advice from Siggy either. She can't kill the baby, or she can't allow the baby to die, be eaten by wolves, or whatever they call it. Whatever that saying is. You guys in the chat can help me out.
Yes, it's pretty much it's letting fate decide, basically.
Yeah, for the most part. But that kind of finishes out that arc. They call him Ivar, which later is Ivar the Boneless.
Yep.
Because of his deformed legs. Now, I don't know if that's actually true. And Colin, I know you're our history buff. I've heard tell that Ivar wasn't really all as handicapped as they're portraying him in this show. So, I'm not sure if that's true or not. If he was as handicapped as they're portraying, I don't know.
Yes, and just to kind of chime in with what Colin says, he said, so the Vikings were reincarnated Spartans. Partly that, and partly because, it's a warrior race. These people, they have hard lives. And, Ivar would have been the son of the Earl.
Yes.
So he would have been expected to fight.
Yes. Oh, guess what, hon? Guess what?
Oh my gosh.
Hiding in your basement just tipped $1. Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what that means. I got to go over to the brand here. Okay, here we go. Thank you, hiding in your basement. I wish I had a basement, actually.
Me too. I'd like to have a basement. That would be pretty awesome.
It would be really awesome. It beats having an attic when it's 110 degrees. Did hiding in our basement say anything today? Did
They
you leave us
did
a comment?
indeed. Yeah. Thank you, hiding in your basement. And they said, hello, nurses.
Oh, thank you, hiding in the basement. That's awesome. I'm going to keep an eye on my basement. I don't have one, guys. You can't have a basement in Texas. Don't ask me why. That's a whole nother live stream. But yeah, we could pretty much move on from Ivar at this point.
Yeah.
Ivar is now... Go ahead.
He's safe, sorry, for the time being. Yes.
Yeah. His fate is back with his family. So... they just sort of sit with it. You could tell that Ragnar isn't really happy about it, but he conforms. He accepts it.
Yes. Ragnar loves his children.
Yes, he does. He adores his kids. He'll do anything for his kids. That's especially all those boys. Jesus, so many boys. Oh, we almost forget that he had a daughter at one point. You know, they had Gita.
I really miss Gita.
I know. I wish they wouldn't have killed her off in the plague, because that really sucks. But they did. Meanwhile, back in Kattegat, on the shores of the fjord, King Horik is poking at Lagertha. About getting her stuff together, if you will, to go to Wessex. And Bjorn is just kicking rocks and sand in the background, going, she'll be ready when she's ready, damn it. No sooner, no later. So suck it. Don't know what your big rush is anyway. Because Lord knows we've got to go kill the King of Wessex for some strange reason.
Yes, Horik is determined to get his revenge. And so he's kind of pushing everything forward as quick as he can he's chomping at the bit to get back to England.
Oh yeah. It's like, today would be good. No. I'll be ready when I'm ready. And Lagertha spots Thorin when she comes to tell Bjorn about the new baby. And Lagertha is like, I loved how Catherine delivered this. Who are you? You know, no, who are you to my son? Like, who the hell do you think you are? I just love the look on Catherine's face. She played it so well. But, you know, he tells his mom straight up, because she's a slave and I love her. And Lagertha just smiles.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, approval from mom. That's awesome. Oh God. And then we get the arrival of in Wessex of the Princess Quenthrith of Mercia.
Yes, she's quite a piece of work.
Oh, she's gross. She's weird.
She's like an alley cat. It's amazing.
Oh, I know, right? It's like, no,
and
gross.
Not only is she very in that way, she is apparently also a fratricide, they said, because she killed her brother. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all of them in Mercia are stabbing and poisoning each other to get to the throne, essentially.
Business as usual.
Yeah, it's business as usual for England, at least for Mercia, anyway. That's what I understand. It was pretty savage there, but I don't know. Again, we'd have to hit our history buff for some information. No problem. But oh God, the second I saw her come on the screen, she gave me chills. It's just the look of the actress, and she's a fine actress playing Quenthrith. Oh, yeah. She plays her very well.
She is. Oh, she is, but she's a very interesting character. She's definitely going to give a lot of the male characters a run for the money. That's for certain. And she kind of really books the trend. She's not at all what you would expect from a princess.
Exactly.
Especially in this particular time. So she constantly throws them for a loop, including the king. Including
She's like the anti-princess, you know? The complete opposite of everything a princess is supposed to be. It's like, oh, okay, she's something else. All right then. Gross. Moving on. But in Wessex, they've invited Quinthrith to Wessex. And she, of course, asks about Athelstan.
Yes.
And King Egbert tells her that Athelstan has spent time with the Norsemen, you know, and she's like, oh, interesting. So I'm curious about their ways, with a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, honk, honk.
Yeah.
And we're all like, what?
Damn.
Yeah. Ugh. She's disgusting. Oh, that Richard Simmons. I found it. I knew it. The chat jumped on me big time. Like, all of a sudden. Paul, we got another big spender. Oh my goodness. Richard Simmons just tipped $1. Did he come out of hiding? Oh my God. Holy smoke. Well, you know what that means. Here we go, Richard. Jazzercise.
Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me.
Thank you, Richard Simmons. Did he leave us a comment?
He says, work it, girls, work it. Fat Stevens told me to say that.
You better work. Cover girl. Work it, girl. Yeah, don't ask. I've watched RuPaul's Drag Race. That's a whole nother live stream, guys. But Quinthrith is awfully interested in Athelstan. So yeah, you get the nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, she's interested in anything with a pulse and a penis.
It appears that way.
Yeah. It's like, damn. Okay. And she's not shy about it.
Oh no, she's not shy about anything. Because even sitting there at that table, she's just spills the family tea just all over the banquet. With that poor bishop gonna choke on his own wine. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she just said that. That's disgusting. Ew. But that the Pope has made that brother a saint due to his exemplary life. And I'm like, wait, what? Ew. Then she turns around and flirts with the king's son, Aethelwulf. Who's already married to King Aela's daughter. I'm like, she just does not give one fat shit. Like, at all. And of course, what ends up happening? She has sex with King Egbert.
Yes.
Oh, God. And the sad thing is, I sort of saw that coming.
Yeah, me too. And it's actually played as a pretty funny scene because she's kind of left wanting, and he just makes it a really quick exit and sends some other guys in.
Yeah. Good luck, fellas.
So,
Gonna need it. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, you're a piece of work, chicken. Okay.
She's got so many notches on her bedpost. It's a toothpick. It's amazing.
I know, right? Is there anything smaller than a toothpick? Maybe a splinter at this point? I'm like, Jesus Christmas. All right, lady. You're nuts.
She is, but I think as you can tell, kind of underneath it, she's not stupid at all.
Oh no.
Which as you know,
Sly.
as it goes on, you'll kind of see what an interesting character she is.
Exactly.
I actually really like her, but you know, you kind of it's that love to hate kind of relationship you have.
Yeah.
With some of them.
But I do love her arc, and we'll explore, you know, the arc, of course, we'll go into as we get, you know, further into these episodes and into season 3. So, yeah. So back in Connecticut, everybody's getting assembled to go to Wessex.
Yes, there was one little bit that we did skip over
What did
accidentally. It'd be when Lagertha is preparing her men. You know, she's getting the boats ready.
Yes.
The fella that actually came to her aid and took out Earl Sigvard.
Oh, yeah.
Einar,
Yeah.
he seems to think he's owed something for doing that, and Lagertha has to put him in his place.
Yeah. Which was so cool. The way
Mhm.
Catherine played it. Like, she just puts her finger on the tip of that knife and is just like, yeah, you're not going to kill me.
Mm-mm.
You crazy motherfucker. You're not even going to make a mark on me.
Get out of here.
It was brilliant. I was like, yeah, Catherine, winning again. How did she not get an Emmy for this role? Seriously.
Yes, I actually could do with going back and seeing what the show actually won.
Yeah, we need to look into that.
Because I'm kind of feeling it didn't get as many accolades as it probably deserved.
Probably not. Well, it was on the History Channel. I mean, they're apeshit for Game of Thrones, but they won't give Vikings a second look because, I don't know, it stayed pretty good. I mean, it goes a little off the rails in season 5, spoiler alert, but we'll get there. But back in Connecticut, they're getting everything ready. Lagertha has come with her ships. It's everybody's just assembling to leave. And Floki makes an interesting choice.
Yes. Floki being the kind of trickster character that he is, you can never quite tell whether he's doing something for a reason or whether he's just doing it on the spur of the moment.
Right.
Which is kind of what we love about him. But he decides to sail with King Horik instead of with Ragnar.
Mm-hmm. And he's been kind of distancing himself from Ragnar of late. But yeah, and the funny thing is, Travis and Gustav didn't have to say anything about the distance between the two characters. They just played it. There was no words. There was no dialogue. It was just something as simple as a look from either character, which I got to give them a lot with this. They can communicate a whole hell of a lot from one simple little look. I'm like, nailed it, boys.
Yes. And kind of all, as this is going on, Horik's kind of buttering up Floki. He tells him that as a boat builder, he's worth 10 earls. And you know, he's kind of laying it on a little bit thick.
Yeah. I was going to say, boy. Okay. A little thick there, boss. A little gravy.
Horik being, you know, as he is, he's kind of trying to put wedges in between people and Ragnar just to see where the weak points are. And you can never quite tell with Floki if it's actually sinking in or whether he's just playing along just for a joke.
Yeah, because he is a jokester after all, and he said that. I'm just a joker, I think he said in the previous episodes. Or it might be in this episode. I remember it really clearly, so it must have been in these 2 episodes. I'm just a joker.
And big thank you to Teresa Pearson for subscribing. Thank you, love.
Oh, thank you very much. There it is. Teresa Pearson. Thank you. My voice is going, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on. Got a hairball. Hang on. Excuse me. Sorry about that. My goodness. Oops. Chat skipped on me again. Thank you, StreamYard. Cheese and rice. Anywho. Rollo has an interesting exchange with his nephew. on the boat.
It's really kind of nice to see the bond between them hasn't really kind of gone away.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell how much Bjorn looks up to his uncle and how much he loves
Yeah.
him. And, you know, Rollo loves Bjorn just as much.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
Like
funny
his own son.
to see just how big Bjorn is now. He's almost as big as Rollo.
I know. Looking at him, it's like, holy hell.
When the
Jesus
two of them were
Christ.
fighting on the beach,
Yeah.
it was really funny to see just how in size they are.
I know. It was insane. I was like, no way. Okay. Wow. But they had a really nice exchange. Bjorn is thinking about the battle, and Rollo reassures him, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of. You don't need to be fearful. Adding that he will always be on his side, which was interesting because Rollo's like the flip-flop king.
A little bit.
And after that nice exchange, they end up reaching shore at Wessex. So King Egbert informs Athelstan that they've arrived, noting that the banner, they've seen the banner of Ragnar Lothbrok, so they know it's him and his ships. And King Egbert, I'm watching Linus's face as he's playing this. See, I do that a lot. I watch their faces. Rather than their words, I watch what they're doing, and how they're saying what they're saying. You know that King Egbert's got he's got something else planned other than just peace.
Yes.
That he wants to negotiate, that he's willing to. And looking at Linus Roach's face, I'm just like, yeah, bullshit. But he's already sent word to King Aela.
Yes, and unlike King Aela, King Egbert, you know, he knows what he wants. He's always got a plan. He's got an end goal in sight. Whereas Aela, he's always up for a fight, but he doesn't really kind of have anything in mind. He doesn't have the ambition that Egbert has. No,
he doesn't have that underlying deviousness that Egbert has. The calculation.
Yes.
And the thought process of that calculation to go through. I like when Ragnar sent Thorsten to talk. I think it was to talk to Athelstan.
Yes.
To get in touch with Athelstan. And he's like, well, I could stop him, but oh wait, no, he's gone.
Just casually looking over his shoulder until he disappears around the corner. No,
yeah. He disappears into the forest, and I'm just like,
probably could have shouted to him and it would have still carried, but it's like, no, he's gone.
Nope. Not gonna do it. Not getting up. I just thought that was hilarious. But you could see too that Ragnar is up to something.
Yes.
Just as well as King Egbert is.
Yeah, much to the annoyance of Lagertha and Ulrich.
They do not look happy, especially Lagertha's face. She's like, oh, what?
Yes. Because he makes a decision without consulting them. And,
right.
You know, it goes back to they're supposed to be equal in this. And
yeah.
It's like,
nope. But I think Thorsten was, escorting the party back, the negotiation party back with Athelstan. Wasn't in that group initially, but it was Aethelwulf.
It was Aethelwulf initially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The son of the king.
Yeah.
And Aethelwulf, you know, talks to Ragnar. Yeah, my dad wants to, you know, chill. We want to talk about peace. He returns to Ragnar the armoring that belonged to Athelstan. confirming that Athelstan was indeed alive and that King Horik had lied to him. So you see that look again on Ragnar's face of, I'm watching you. Yes, son of a... Yeah, that was a tiny snort, Darth Monkey O'Rath. That was just a little one.
It's a mini snort.
Yeah,
But,
I think. Am I up to 4? I don't know. Matt Damon.
but yeah, that's pretty much how that episode ends. They have a brief talk. They think it all goes well. The king's son goes back to deliver the good news, and then gets ambushed in the forest by Elendor, King Horik's son, and a group of men.
I hate that little shit.
It's a really weird.
He is such a little shit. I do not like him at all. I don't think we're supposed to, but still, he's just a little turd. Little turd muffin. You suck. So that brings us to our next episode, because we close out on that. And it's the choice.
Yes.
So we're getting close to the end of the season. Athelstan is rewriting the Roman texts, and of course I'm watching the actor do these beautiful pieces of calligraphy, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so cool. Because those beautiful Bibles that were written back in the day, and this is him chronicling everything for King Egbert was astounding. He was so good at it.
Yes, and it's. I know he was kind of pushed into it, but he seems to be really enjoying doing this work. You can tell he's putting his heart and soul into this.
And he wasn't doing a Bible. He was doing that the translation work.
Yeah, translation work, exactly. Yeah, it was battle plans that he was reading out to King Egbert, who was kind of listening and making mental notes of how successful the Vikings were.
Yeah, and you could see the wheels turning too. They're like, yeah. So I figured out a way to get one over on the Vikings. And them rolling up on it, the Vikings rolling up on everything, are like, even Ragnar's like, this does not smell right. But King Horik, nope, we got to charge. Okay.
If you say so.
If that's what you want, then all right, we'll give it a shot.
Pretty much. Horik is so single-minded in that he wants revenge. I think he doesn't really care at what cost.
Yeah. But the King Egbert plays it perfectly and pretty much surrounds the Viking horde.
Yep, they work it as a pincer movement. So as Horik's group is rushing forward to meet them head on from either side, Ragnar and his group are attacked, and Lagertha and her group are attacked, and they're all caught in the middle. Yep.
Just as King Egbert planned, because that's exactly the battle plan that Athelstan was reading off.
Yep.
So he could, I'm going to get one over on these savages. You know, they fight dirty. Well, I can fight smart.
Yes, and it's also worth noting that they brought a lot of horses with them this time. A lot of the
there were a lot of mounted.
The Saxon were mounted, and they used that to smash through the shield wall.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it. If you're going to have a horse, go through the shield wall with it.
Yes, it wasn't the only thing that got smashed as well. Poor Rollo.
Poor Rollo. Oh my God, he got hammered.
He got run over by about 15 horses.
I thought he was dead for sure. Initially, I thought he was dead, and I'm like, they can't kill off Rollo. He's thinking, man, no, I'm sad. But Athelstan is walking among the dead and notices Rollo, and that Rollo is still alive.
Yes.
And they have him taken back to Winchester.
Yes. I think as well, with the audience, this is probably the first big defeat that we've seen Vikings take. Ragnar literally has to call retreat. You can see him, just the look on his face, it's despair, but he knows to run away to live to fight again.
Yeah.
And Horik has to be dragged away by Floki.
He's just dragged away. La 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 la.
Horik's still hacking away at the. He's like. And this comes after Ragnar kind of insinuates that Floki's not particularly trustworthy.
Yes. Yeah, that again with the look.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this look he gave Floki, and Floki's like, "What? Me? No. Shit. I think I've been caught." You know, he has that holy fuck moment.
Pretty much, and he's not happy to see it. He's not happy to see the priest again.
Nope.
I actually love Floki in this episode. It's just, it's not in it much, but the few scenes that he is in it.
Yeah. Well, the way he walks around, Athelstan, look at your new clothes, priest. You know, I'm like, what?
And your new hair. Yes.
Yeah. That one got me. I'm like, really? The hair? This is the end game? Okay.
There you go, Fat Stephen. Ask and you shall receive.
We're two for a Fat Stephen. Just for you, hon. Oh my god. Oh, and this is the episode too. I almost forgot where Bjorn gets his nickname.
He does indeed, yeah.
He gets Bjorn Ironside because nobody could touch him. I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about that. I was so interested in watching the battle. It was like, oh.
Mm-hmm. And he is pissed.
Oh, he's
back at camp. He's just kicking buckets and he's throwing things around. And
yep.
It takes Ragnar to kind of calm him down and tell him how well he's fought, and then he gives him his new name.
Yep.
But he's
Bjorn
not happy.
Ironside. But he's not a happy one.
Not happy that Rollo was left behind. Not happy that we don't know whether or not he's still alive.
Right. And I think even I think it was at Largatha says we don't know if he's dead or alive.
Yes.
I mean, what is this? Did they hit 7 purple snorts? Oh, but Colin had a question. I wanted to clear this up. Rise and Shine with the Valkyries. Just noticed, are we missing an episode? I thought we got up to episode 6 last week, not 7. No, 7 is Blood Eagle. And that's the one we finished on last week with Loki. So I don't know if you missed part of the show or it was that exciting that we just skated right past it for you. I don't know.
To be fair, 6 and 7 are so kind of interlinked that you could just think of them as one big episode, but no. Blood Eagle was the last episode, and Boneless and The Choice are 8 and 9.
8 and 9, yeah, because we only have 10 episodes, so next week we only have 1 for you guys. Hey, Bone, how are you? Good to see you in the chat.
Hello, Bone.
Saw you last night at Lorena Creole's celebration. Good to see you in our chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I forgot where we were now. Oh, we were talking about Rollo and whether or not he was dead or alive, and nobody knows at that point.
Yes.
But King Ayla, of course, wants the Vikings dead. He's just like, nope, dead. No. And then Egbert comes up with this plan of, well, let's just make them mercenaries and we can take over Mercia.
Yeah.
What? Excuse me? Yep. And of course they send Athelstan to do it, to talk to them. And there's a scene and you can help me out with this one, honey, but I thought it was strange that Ragnar is walking back with Athelstan.
Yes.
He said that he would escort him halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Or most of the way, I think is what he says. Okay. But there's an archer in the woods.
Yes. Trailing them, or rather trailing Athelstan.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if it was an English archer or if it was a Viking archer.
Yes.
That was tough to tell.
I have a feeling it was a Viking archer. I think it's someone that Horik had sent to try and take out Athelstan.
That's kind of my feeling.
Ragnar was with him, and I think he knew that they were being trailed because he puts his arm around him and he hugs him, and you know they're very close.
Agreed. I thought it was just me.
Yeah, I think that's what that is, and it could have even been Floki, but we don't know quite yet.
It could have. It could have been one of Floki's harebrained schemes because we all know how much he hates Athelstan. Not even with a reason. Just he's jealous and pissed off. I'm like, who knew? All right. So it actually works. I think that Ragnar knows something's going on. And they, as far as I can remember, see, I watched this at 3:30 this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning.
What else would you be doing at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, I should have been sleeping. Nope. That was not happening. So both of the episodes are kind of starting to blend together a little bit. But some of the Viking numbers do volunteer to become mercenaries. Ragnar is not one of them, much to the chagrin of Quenthrith.
Yes.
And she goes up and basically sexually assaults these guys.
Pretty much, yeah. She's kind of got her hands all over them and kind of looking them over. Bit same way you'd look over a horse.
Yeah.
But,
she even says, I should like to breed with them. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. One poor fella, she really gets her hands on. So.
He didn't seem to mind, though.
No, he was not protesting.
No. And I'm just like, God damn, this bitch has got balls.
And it's literally funny because even as they're arriving, Egbert talking to her, and she just kind of puts her hand up and walks away from him before he even finishes.
Nope. No.
Nope. Gotta go fondle the Northman.
Yep. Even if it's not Ragnar Lothbrok, that's fine. I can live with that. Okay. But one scene I did enjoy in this episode is Rollo is returned. The deal was kept. Rollo was returned to them, injured AF.
Oh, yes.
He's in super bad shape, but then Athelstan also leaves and goes back to Catacat with everybody. And I was honestly surprised at that. I thought he would have stayed as kind of an emissary. So that kind of shocked me quite a bit.
Yes, I was kind of glad to see him back with them. I think he's still obviously very torn because he was saying to Ragnar, you know, he hears God in the rain, but in the thunder, he hears Thor. Which I think was a really nice way of kind of explaining how torn he is between these two beliefs.
Yeah. I think there's even a moment when he's writing, when he's translating, where he bleeds again.
Yes.
It's real brief. It's a quick cut. But all of a sudden, blood hits the paper and he's just like, ugh. What?
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Ever since Ragnar and the Vikings came back, though, he seems to have had less visions. And so it's like a piece of him that was missing is now back.
Yeah. He feels whole again. I love that scene with Athelstan in the woods. them just two talking, but Ragnar knew somebody was looking for him. So it's great to see them back together and see Athelstan back in Kettiket. That meant a lot.
Yes, they even had quite a nice reunion with Bjorn. He says, "Do you remember me?" And Bjorn says, "Yes, I hated you.
I hated
and then
you.
I loved you."
Yep, but now I love you.
Aww.
I was like, "Aw, that's kind of sweet."
And I'm pretty sure we've got Floki in the background, just with a face like thunder, scowling.
Oh God! Oh, he's just scowling. I remember you could see him just behind. I think just behind and to the right of Athelstan, and sure enough, he's just hate you. And all this other stuff. I'm just like, oh my God, he really hates him. You can feel the hate just oozing off. Like, yes, give in to your hate. Jesus
and
Christ.
Behind the scenes, Gustav and George Blagden were probably the best of friends. So
right?
That's probably why it works so well.
Probably. I mean, the whole cast seem like they're pretty tight, like they're pretty close. Mm-hmm. Even with a grown-up Bjorn, they still seem like they took him in and it was no big deal, Mm-hmm. And they treat him really well. Like, of course, I know behind the scenes there's pranks aplenty because that's just who Travis is. Travis Fimmel's a handful on a set, I'm told. Booby traps and and God knows what else.
Oh my gosh. And have a good day, Dave Bob.
Oh, is it Dave Bob heading out?
Yes. Thank you, Dave Bob.
Thank you, babe. Say hi to that grandson for me. If you're going to hang out with him today, I hope you are.
But as you were saying, they returned back to Kettiket. And they actually got a really good deal from Egbert, if I remember correctly. So not just treasure, but they were also given 5,000 acres of good farmland. Good
farming land, yes.
Mm-hmm. So
and
they did pretty well.
It wasn't half bad, but there's something else up Egbert's sleeve.
Mm.
And sure enough, that happens in the next episode, which we'll close out and go on to. But that will be next week. One thing I did forget about, I just read it as my reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Thorin. She's made a free woman by Aslog.
Yes.
And the scene where she takes off her dress and goes into the fjord. First of all, I was like, okay, full body shiver, because that water's like 12 degrees.
Yes.
So that poor actress, and I'm like, oh, but it's similar to Christian baptism, where she goes into the water a slave woman, but comes out a free woman.
Yes.
And then takes the gift that Aslog gave her, which was this beautiful necklace to put on. So when Bjorn comes back to Kettiket with the group, he's greeted by her, now a free woman, and he's like ecstatic.
Yes.
And I think even Largatha was pretty happy about that point too.
She was. To them, it didn't really matter that she was a slave, but obviously she had no social standing. But now that she's a free woman, it's completely different.
That changes their relationship quite a bit. At least their relationship with the rest of the settlement, or the rest of Kettiket. Sorry, had a hairball I just could not get rid of. I'm like, holy cow! I don't know where that come from. So that closes everything up, guys, for these 2 episodes. Next week is the season finale, episode 10, which will be the Lord's Prayer.
Yes, and Colin says just 1 episode next week. That's what we're going to decide. We can either do just the 1 episode, or we can do the 2 and maybe have a guest on and do the first episode of the next season as well.
Yeah,
we'll decide.
We may.
Yeah.
We have to see how it all ekes out. So I know the thumbnails are already done, but that doesn't mean 20-something tech support can't do more work. I know I'd love it. So, guys, it is close to the top of the hour, and we are done with our synopsis. What did you think of these 2 episodes, hon?
I liked them. I really liked the battle. I thought it was really well choreographed.
Same.
It was, I know it sounds really daft, but it was actually nice to kind of see Ragnar get knocked back. Not because it was his fault, but because obviously Horik didn't listen. He was so single-minded on getting revenge.
Yeah.
That he charged ahead, and they just didn't anticipate this pincer movement.
But Ragnar knew, but King Horik was not interested.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted his revenge, and that was the end of it. So, yeah, I thought they were good episodes, not great episodes. It was good filler.
Yes.
To continue the story.
There was good character interaction. Like we say, there was some really good scenes between people. But apart from the battle, it was a little bit slow, I think. I really liked the introduction of the princess because she's just nuts.
Yeah, she's just a sack full of cats. I mean, she's crazy with a capital K.
Yeah, fun for a fish, just crazy, but
nuts.
She was a very welcome addition.
She's a definite change up, that's for sure. Oh, Darth Hatcher's going back to bed. Okay. And he crashed. Oh dear. Somebody reboot him. He needs coffee. In the worst way. I do too, for that matter. Holy crap. But anyway, I thought they were good. Like I said, they were good filler episodes to continue the story. And that's one thing that Michael Hirsch, the writer, does a good job of doing. Even though it's a filler episode, the story continues.
Yes, it didn't slog, it didn't dip. It was all it's all moving towards this, well, for lack of a better word, climax for the
climax,
for the end of the season.
This big crescendo at the end of the season. So we'll talk about that next week. So guys, thank you so much for hopping in and joining us this Monday. Great to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you guys again on Wednesday morning. I believe our guest is going to be Nicole the Blind Mage will be joining us.
Yeah.
For the first time. I'm very excited. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then Friday is a big show for us as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Friday night, we're going to do ghost stories. And so it'll be an evening show, guys. Wear your pajamas. We can tell stories about any experiences you guys may have had, you know, any ghost encounters or any creepy stories you know from childhood. We may even be able to talk Purple Valkyrie into reading The Raven. So we'll see. That'll be awesome in an English accent. You guys have no idea.
Looking forward to that one. Slumber
one of my favorite stories.
Spooky stories.
Spooky stories. Yeah. So bring your best spooky story or your best encounter story, and we'll talk for an hour or so. Wait. Still here. I'll wait till it ends. Yeah, we're trying to wrap it up, hon. So
we are.
But what else is going on this week? I know you're going to be on a game stream with Loki.
Yeah.
Wednesday night?
Yeah, we've got a lot going on, haven't we? We've got things with the Discord that Loki's got planned.
Yes.
We've probably got some other live streams coming up.
Yeah. We're in talks to hang out Saturday afternoon with Heiress of Chaos, who we haven't hung out with in a while, so it would be nice to pick back up and start our horror series with her again. I know she's doing that, I think, through the whole month of October, which is nice.
Yes. Yeah, I think so too. Absolutely.
That should be fun. What else? There's a lot going on. So just, guys, keep your eyes tuned to our Twitter accounts. We'll keep you guys updated. We do have email now. You can see that in the description below. So if you have show suggestions or just a funny joke or just want to be weird, fine. Email us. We'll get it. We'll reply. Do it. It'll be fine. We are working on Instagram. That should be up and running by the end of this week. So
Awesome. Cool.
if you're in there on Discord, keep an eye on the Valkyrie venue. We'll be posting stuff there as well. So guys, have an awesome Monday and we will see you Wednesday morning.
Yes. And we'll see you Tuesday morning in Loki's chat as well.
Tuesday in the chat. Yeah, tomorrow morning in the chat. Golly. All right, you guys. Everybody, have an awesome day and be good to each other, all right?
Absolutely. Mwah. And Mr. CCDV, yeah, absolutely. If you've got a link, post it.
Yeah. Yep. Give us the link.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll see everybody later. Love
Bye,
y'all.
guys. Love you.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye.